Welcome to A Happy Adult. I'm so proud of you for joining me again today to become a happier adult. Today we're talking about relationships, and we are talking about the book, The Five Love Languages by Gary Chapman. Okay, so the five love languages, this is what you need once you have actually determined your attachment style and have gotten into a relationship. Now, this doesn't only mean relationships that are romantic relationships. This is actually was very helpful with me with my relationship with my son as well, even though it is aimed toward romantic relationships. So he had the 5 different love languages, and I'll take you real briefly through those 5 so that you can then go understand them, and again you can delve deeper if you want to into that. So the 5 love languages is the affirmation. So affirmation is you saying nice things to the person that you love. So some people, that is very important to them, is to hear that they are important to you, to hear that you think that they're great. So that's affirmation. The next one is physical touch. So physical touch is actually one of the really important ones that goes along with that attachment that we had before. So if you have an avoidance person, physical touch is probably very difficult for them, whereas an anxious person really kind of thrives on physical touch. So physical touch is exactly what it says. It is how often you need to have that hand holding and the arm on the shoulder and the kissing and the other physical. So that's the physical touch. Then there's acts of service. So acts of service, some people really enjoy when other people do things for them. So generally that can be anything. That could be doing the dishes for your significant other. That could be changing the oil. So acts of service, again, that's one of the different love languages. Then there is quality time. Some people really do need quite a bit of quality time. They need that time together. And that doesn't mean time watching TV. That means time actually interacting. And again, if you go with the attachment styles that we've talked about before, an anxious person probably will need a lot more quality time than an avoidant. So they kind of, like, those two things kind of meld together. And then the other one is receiving gifts. So for some people, receiving even small tokens is very important for them. Now, this is the thing. This is where those were the basics, but this is where it all comes together. So if you are a person who enjoys receiving gifts, and that's your love language, generally that is how you will show your love, is by giving gifts, because you know that makes you joyful, and you will assume that makes the person that you care about joyful as well. But if you're giving them gifts and their love language is, say, physical touch, but you're not giving them the physical touch, then even though you are trying very hard and doing everything that you can to show your love, what they are getting for communication is that you're trying to buy them off, not that you're trying to show your love, because that is a different love language and that is not their love language. So it is really important to kind of understand the love language of the person that you care about. And online, I'll put a link in the description. Online, there are many different places where you can kind of figure out your love language, and there's also quizzes where you can ask somebody else their love language. And learning your love language and the love language of a person that you care about can really help you to give them the type of love that they want. And I'm going to tell you, my son and I, it was really very helpful because uh, giving gifts is not my love language at all, but it is his love language. So I found when he was in junior high, even to do a little thing like when I picked him up bringing a chocolate shake or whatever made a really big difference and made him feel appreciated. So hopefully this really helped you guys. And again, I did have a video on attachments, so please, if you didn't get that, you might want to look at that video so that you can understand attachment styles, because they really take even precedence over love language. Remember, this week you have the strength to handle anything that comes at you. I'm sending you guys with much love.